bring up something that I think was tried to be created a while ago. It was a press kit. Are you going to create a generic press kit that if anyone goes to an event, they can just take a press kit with them, hand it off, and use that for publicity? Or will you go there or create a specific press kit for that event?
I think having a generic press kit would be a good idea, and then tailoring it to each event would be a better idea. And I would only be involved in making sure that such materials were created on time, and I would likely delegate that work to someone much more qualified than I.
Yeah, I would also have, of course, we need to have generic press kits, and we really need to have those available on the website for download, because you never know who is going to want to. We want to have the attendees going out and taking these things into their community as well. Of course, there are plenty of organizations and places that we need to have a more tailored and specific thing. A lot of it is just the man hours that it takes, so you don't want to spend all of your time tailoring something very, very specifically to a group that you're pretty sure isn't actually going to be interested in you. But like a local, I know there's a Japanese newsletter, a newspaper kind of thing, and things like that that want to be a lot more specifically tailored to them.
Hi, Cassie touched a little on her professional experience or education experience. Michael, I was curious what kind of professional or educational experience you had in regards to the publicity position.
In regards to the publicity position, I have a college education in computer engineering technology, and in regards to actually publishing things, I know almost nothing, which is why I'm delegating it to people.
We only have the room for 45 more minutes, so 2 more questions for this group.
What do each of you see as your strengths and your weaknesses, and how do you plan to address those if elected?
Well, I think for my weakness, I'll say it pretty much seems like the same thing everybody says, and that's delegation. I need to find people that I trust and actually just give them the work to do. As far as my strengths go, I think that one of my biggest strengths is that as far as publicity goes, I know every facet of the department, and I can do all of those different things. Of course, I'd like to assign things like the website to somebody else who has a lot more knowledge, but I've designed 4 different websites on my own and maintained them and all those things, so I can do each different aspect if I need to. And unfortunately, that's one of the quickest things you learn, is that you sign somebody up for the job and they have an emergency, they flake out on you, or they go to the hospital, or they do a million different things. And so many times during the last year, I get an email from Jeff that would be like, well, the person who was supposed to do this task can't do it anymore. Okay, so one of us has to do it. Which one of us is going to have to figure out how to work the video editor really, really fast in order to put together a 45-second video to send to, I forget, Fanime. And so it's like, okay, one of us has to figure out how to do it. What? It was a different con. Okay, whichever con it was. It was one of the cons. It's like, oh, well, wish we had somebody else who was qualified to do it, but that's what the director's job is. Do what other people forgot to.
I'm pretty much the inverse, except I haven't really published anything. I've used normal Word document processing software, but no actual publishing stuff. Oh, and I would be delegating virtually every publishing part of the department.
Okay, I'm going to bounce back to Jeff for a quick second and get how many conventions did you go to in a year, and then bounce to the electees, and how many conventions do you have in mind of going to for publicity's sake or function?
I believe I only went to one other convention solely as a publicity function. I did attend some others that were far enough away that I didn't do like publicity. I mean, I brought some flyers, but we didn't have a table tray. So one that I was there for publicity purposes, and I believe 3 others not primarily for publicity purposes.
So to respond to that, I would listen to my assistant and the managers that I'm delegating that work to in what materials they thought they would like to take to other conventions, and within reason improve them.
Well, I actually do go to a lot of conventions a year. I usually am in the Artist Alley at a lot of the local conventions, and as a result, I've already been taking flyers and talking to people. I also went to San Diego Comic-Con last year with Dawn and Jackie, and we were working on talking to people in the industry and getting some interest and just getting out there, because so much of publicity is just talking to people, and even if it doesn't pay off this time, they've met you, they know your name, and after meeting you for 3 years, they go, oh, of course, you, yeah, sure, we'd love to send some prize support, we'd love to do this for you guys, sure. So yeah, I go to a lot of conventions already, and I would be doing publicity wherever I went.
All right, so if that is with the Scram, do you have one last comment? Objections. We're going to vote by ballot. It was a noble gesture, though.
Oh, my. So for the record, right after I cut out there, I accidentally missed Michael Evans voting for acclamation, and it got turned down, but still, it was a nice gesture. Okay.